Hello and welcome again to our Top Talks for Better Living. I'm Kokwana Elta. Just last week we were talking about how to get entrance to train as a nurse in the UK, even if you come from abroad. You may wonder, do you have to be a registered nurse to work in this country if you are from abroad? The answer is no. You can as well come and work in the UK even if you are a healthcare assistant. But a tip is, when you start working as a healthcare assistant, you might page your way through to the registered nurse level. You remember what we said on our last video. If you are genuine, you just do those access in nursing and then you page your way through to become an RN. So that is not our talk for today. Today I'm going to talk about how can you work in the UK as a healthcare assistant, even if you are not from the UK. It's very, very simple. Just stay tuned up to the end of this video, right? Before I carry on with our talk, I just want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers out there. But guys, still comment down there and then share what you will want us to talk in this channel for your own benefit, and it will benefit others, of course. So, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to this channel, hit the bell down there so that each time a new video is uploaded, you are first to know. We're just a family. Also, how do you get to come to UK to work as a nurse assistant? From all over the world, from wherever you are allowed to come and work in this country. The healthcare assistant's job is divided into 3 categories. You can be a senior healthcare assistant, I'll explain to you that. And then you can be a carer and you can be a domiciliary. All the 3 categories, they work in either the hospital, nursing care homes, private hospitals, NHS, meaning the government hospitals, in private homes, or work in individual home as a carer, right? So if you are a carer, what are you expected to do? You are expected to do things like helping the patients to eat, to mobilize, to bath them, just the basic nursing care, looking at their personal needs. Right. So the domiciliary is working mostly in people's houses, in private homes, where you can help patients to go and buy groceries. Others that are just lonely, you sit there, you talk to them, you help them with this and this, just to be there for their moral support. Just support work is actually support work. So what is a senior staff nurse then? Well, maybe I should add there is a healthcare assistant and a senior healthcare assistant. Yeah. So the healthcare assistant can do most of the jobs of the carer, right? They do the carer's job, and then on top of that, they are able to do vital signs. Any problem they report to the nurse in charge. So the only addition for the healthcare assistant's job is vital signs taking. If you are a senior healthcare assistant, you are still expected to do all the carer's work, you see. So it means you can do the basic nursing care, and then on top of that you can do vital signs, and then you can as well give medicine in other institutions. So those are the 4 categories of the healthcare assistant. I said you can be a carer, you can be a domiciliary worker, and then you can be a healthcare assistant and a senior healthcare assistant. How do you qualify to be a healthcare assistant? This is an interesting one. Hey, it's your choice. It depends on where you are looking for those jobs. So if you are a registered nurse in your country, you can work as a healthcare assistant when you come in this country. There are no boundaries. So that will mean that you don't necessarily need to be registered with NMC. If you are not a registered nurse, but you have got an experience, or you are a healthcare assistant in your country, then you qualify to be a healthcare assistant in this country. as long as you can prove that you have been a healthcare assistant in your country, or you can prove that you are trained to be a healthcare assistant. Sometimes you are not trained, but you have got an experience. So as long as you can prove that you have got that experience, you can just sell yourself. So where do you get this training or an experience? You can work in any organization like Red Cross, Health Setup, any organization that you think you can volunteer, talking about volunteerism, so many people out there are not really into volunteerism. How can I work without getting paid? Hey, that will benefit you, my friend. If you have these charities, it's like, I know Herimis Foundation, sometimes we do blood pressures to the oldies in their area. So you can get experience in such organizations, and then you can write you a reference that you know how to do observations, how to care, all those little things. So my friend, do volunteerism. It will pay you later. When the opportunity comes, it will be for you. The hospitals as well, you can volunteer, you can ask to train. Some hospitals do train to be a healthcare assistant. So that's where you get reference. And you know what? You can as well get all these lessons online. Search for those lessons online. You can train, you can get certificates online. Let's follow the technology. Don't be left behind. So now, what is the criteria? What do you need to apply for these jobs? You need a CV. If you don't know how to write a CV, go online, Google. And some of the agencies that are recruiting, I know, like Indeed, they do help you on how to write the CV to UK standard. Secondly, you'll need a visa. But that, I'll advise you to apply for that when you have got a job. And then when you get a job, some employers, they even help you to get a visa. Check with them once you get employed. Once they say yes, you got a job, so your next question will be, how do I get a visa? Then they can take you through. So the next one is TB test. Hey, in this country, even if you travel somewhere else, when you come back, they want to check your TB status. So that is just a precautions, guys. Just find out where can you do these TB checks, or maybe in your local hospitals, local private clinic, they can help you do so. We get these BCG things when we are babies. I was surprised when I come here, they really wanted to see that BCG thing. So make sure you have got all those tests that are needed when you come here. Driver's license. Ha ha ha. Driver's license is a need for everyone. Even if you don't have a car, opportunities can come anytime. If you've got a driver's license, it's a benefit. So in this country, it is very important to have a driver's license. If you get a domiciliary job, for example, you have to drive to their areas. Sometimes the train station is too far, you have to walk distance, or you take a taxi, it might be so expensive, or maybe they call you at the awkward time, or you have to drop them here and there, So it is mandatory. If you have got a driver's license in your country, when you come in this country, you are allowed to use it for a year, whilst you can change it to an international driver's license, or you can take another one in this country. So it's fine as long as you have got a driver's license showing here and it has not expired, and that they can change it to a British one. So driver's license is a must. Police clearance. Wherever you go, people want to know that you are clear, you are not a criminal, because people don't want to employ criminals in their country. Yeah? So you should have a proof of police clearance. I think you can arrange that in your country as well. You can go to the police station and find out about how to get a police clearance. When you come in this country, if you get a job, you will be expected to do a DBS, disclosure and barring system. Is similar to police clearance. So once you do it once every year, you'll be expected to renew it. Passport. I know, sorry, I should have spoken about passport before I spoke about visa, because the visa is stamped on the passport, or you need a passport to get a visa. So there are people that don't have passports, right? Even myself, I started applying for passport when I got a job to come here. So it's the same thing. You have to apply for a passport, and it should be within the expiry dates, not about to expire, right? Or maybe 6 months to expire. It should have enough dates on it. Yeah. So passport, where do you apply for the passport? You apply this in your own country, right? So every country has got the Department of Home Affairs where you can apply for a passport to travel everywhere else. So then when you've got a passport, and then you can go for your visa as well. So because they will definitely ask for your passport when you apply for a visa. You cannot cross any country without a passport, my friend. You have got a South African or whatever country identity license, but to travel across other countries, you need a passport. You have to prove that you can speak English, because you're coming to work with English people. You are coming to, I said one of their jobs will be to communicate with people, or to meet their basic needs. If they say, hey, I want to go to toilet, how would you know if you don't understand English? So you need to prove that you have passed IELTS, English test in your country. This is done in your country. You can Google areas in your country where you can do those tests. At least the minimum pass of 4.5 will be appreciated. So make sure you do IELTS anytime, just to get ready. Once you're thinking of going abroad, even in America, I think they want that. So this is one thing that you should always keep, just like a passport. You don't have to wait for the job. So how to apply? There are so many agencies that are recruiting nurses from abroad. However, you should just be vigilant. Check if those agencies are genuine, because remember, there are scammers as well, right? So check it thoroughly and make sure that recruiting agency is genuine, right? I know agencies like Indeed. This, I'm quite sure that they do recruit NHS job. As I'm speaking, just today I've seen a post advertised for Westminster Home Care, for a healthcare assistant with a rate of about £12 per hour. You see? So if you want it, go to indeed.com, INDEED.com. You'll see all the type of jobs that they are offering. They are a recruiting agency, and they've stipulated all the things that they do for you when you get employed through them. They help about the visa, about this and that, accommodation, receiving you from airport, and all stuff like that, right? So different agencies have got different ways of recruiting, but the basics, the needs, the criteria is the same. Alternatively, you can apply directly to NHS. NHS, I said, is a government hospital, or even a private hospital. Just go to NHS jobs online. NHS stands for National Health Services, right? So NHS jobs, you'll find all the jobs that are advertised for government hospitals all over the UK. Once you apply, sometimes it takes time for people to respond. They take long because they have to process and make sure that this is you and this is, so you have to be patient. You should be careful still. I just want to emphasize this thing of scammers, right? Just be careful on the addresses. Just check if it's genuine. If it says anything nhs.com, I don't think is genuine. Something NHS inquiries at Gmail, no. So it's not. Just be very careful with the email addresses and where you send your applications to. And then when they admit you, you get a job. So some hospitals or agencies might give you training as well, like help you with DBS, filling some forms, orientation, or maybe meeting you at the airport to come here, and they just welcome you. Once you get a job, you are in, my friend. So yeah, I hope this video will help someone, and I hope you'll stay tuned. If you really want to work, start now. If you really don't, say, hey, I don't have grade 12, hey, I'm not registered nurse, I can't travel. Hey, my friend, you can travel anywhere. Even if you are a baby carer, childminder, anything will still come today. So take this opportunity, go online, make online your friend. Don't be afraid of internet, because everything this day is digital. So do you love this video? If you enjoy the talk, share it with others, or your children, or your friends that you know they would love to come to UK to work as well. And then comment down there if you have got some more questions, because I might have not covered everything, but you might remind me by asking questions there, and then we can always answer. So stay blessed and enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.